I suppose a lot of people are like, oh no, I just can't do it. But then here you are working, night shifts, day shifts, big hours, full family, approaching 40. Also had a massive motorcycle crash and have broken back, shoulder, knee snapped, and you're in there and you're doing it. There's no excuses. You're in there and you're doing it.
Everyone can do it. I mean, you see all different people in the gym and every single one of us is a champion. So that's the only thing you can do is get in there and have a go. Like we're all there to make ourselves better, be better versions of ourselves. And I think every single person can do that.
Hey Burners, we have an impromptu meeting. It's not planned. This is my friend Luke. He's one of my best friends in the world. I've known him since we were 4 years old.
Yes.
So that's pushing almost before school. Now, he's just come in and he's had a massive transformation. He's blown all our minds. We've just said, look, can we talk to you about what you've done? Because our burners would really like to know how you got such an amazing result in really not a lot of time either. By the way, I bought you this so you can wear on camera.
Cool.
Yeah. How cool is that? All right, so tell us when the journey started for you, because the guys would have seen the photo by now.
Well, a few years back, had basically my first child, and I was quite overweight and pretty unhealthy lifestyle. So dawned on me that if I was going to change something for my future and for my kids, it was now or never, and that's sort of what got me motivated in the beginning, I think, is trying to live healthier and longer for my kids.
Did you ever have that moment which a lot of people say they saw themselves in a photo or anything, or was it just something that was always gnawing at you? Or
I always had you got your self-image, and then when you actually see a photo, it can actually be a bit jarring, and you think, oh, it's actually what I look like, So there was a couple of those moments, I think, and then it all led to finally making a decision.
So it's at the middle of 2021 now. When did you decide that you were going to get in the gym and smash it? How long ago?
I think it was about 2 to 3 years ago. I have to think back, but it's about 2 to 3 years ago when I started, and it started basically just learning as I was going. Like I didn't really hit the gym not knowing what I was doing. So the only advantage I had was probably having a very good buddy with a lot of knowledge to bounce off, which was a big help. Yeah. So it was just a learning journey, I guess.
And how much did you weigh before you started? What did you get up to?
I think my heaviest was 122 kilos.
Right. Okay. And what are you sitting at now?
Just over 100 now.
So I think we've also got to sort of prefix that with the fact that you didn't have anywhere near as much muscle then as you do now.
That was 122 odd kilos. Not going to the gym.
Yes.
So drinking, eating, watching TV and playing computer games. That was the routine. So
well, we've just done a body scan and it's come up with the fact that you're 45 kilos of muscle. So you'd think that back then you'd have had at least 5, maybe more kilos muscle as well back then. So you put on 5 kilos of muscle and you would have lost a lot more than 20 kilos of body fat.
That's right. Yeah, easily. I mean, when I first took my weight loss, the lowest I got was 92, which was nowhere near the lean muscle or the weights was nowhere as heavy as they are now.
So you lost 30 kilos at that point, but now you're 10 kilos more, but holding a lot more muscle mass.
Yeah, obviously not 10 kilos of muscle, but now I'm focusing on the actual bodybuilding side of it, and rather than the full-blown cardio and diet. So still learning, still journeying. So next step is I'll try to cut down again, which is going to be another fun journey.
And what's your goal weight at this point?
Oh, it's a tough one. 90 kilos is always my go-to, but I think when I get there, I'll have to reassess. So it's like constantly making that next step. So 90 is the goal at the moment.
And how often are you training at the gym at the moment?
I work shift work, which is difficult. So I do days and nights, and I get time off. So on my days on, I don't train, and then between nights, I try to hit the gym, which is interesting and hard. But then every one of my days off, so it's somewhere between 6 to 7 out of 9 days, because I work weekends and I work during the week, so that's always fluctuating. So I basically get 2 rest days out of 9.
Right, so you're training a good 7 days,
Yep.
having 2-day breaks, and
Yep.
then training 7 days.
Yep.
And what do you find is motivating you for those? Because obviously you started from a position where you weren't training, you didn't know a lot about fitness, and you changed your life and you look fantastic. What's motivating you now to stay at the gym and continue to reach the goals?
Like right now, you get addicted to compliments.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of, wow, you
Like when you walk in Fat Burners Only.
Yeah, well,
everyone goes,
like,
oh, geez. Yeah.
That's always, a bit like there's people I haven't seen in a year or two, then they make a comment, and of course that feeds your ego.
So you mentioned your footy mate. What happened the other day?
Yeah, well, I went back to footy after a couple of years, and he says, well, at least I know where you've been. You've been in the gym.
Well, in the last 2 years, that's where you've been spending your time. He can tell.
So it was, you hear that and you can't help but,
And it spurs you on to keep training.
Yeah,
And
you love hearing
of
that
course,
stuff.
you look good too. And we have some supplements here that you're using at the moment.
Yes,
Is that right?
yep.
So this guy here using BioFurnace, can you tell us a bit about that one?
Well, one, I like the taste, but it's also, this one I believe is very lean.
Yes, high protein, low carb.
Yeah, low carb, because on the weight loss side of it, I chose to go for a high protein, high fat, low carb style of diet, and I found that very effective for me.
Yeah.
So it helped with cravings, stuff like that. So keeping your fats high and your protein high,
But your carbs low.
Carbs low was the way to go for me.
Now, you also use these two, the glutamine and the creatine.
Yep.
Do you notice much on these, or do you just take them because I tell you to take them?
Well, believe it or not, even though I've known you a long time, every time you tell me something, I actually go home and start Googling it and checking it up on myself.
Good, yes.
And you're nearly always right. So,
Nearly.
so creatine is like one of those ones that is a no-brainer to take.
Yeah.
Like it's proven, it's cheap, it works, and it's just one of those. Every single athlete on the planet should be having this, and they probably are.
That's what I tell people.
So that's a no-brainer. Your glutamine, that's great for your gut health and your recovery and stuff like that. So I always wonder, like, the only way you can know if stuff works is to try it and then not try it. But it seems to be working for me. So
Yeah. I'm so proud of you that you know all this stuff. Gut health, recovery, brilliant. Now, you actually use OxyShred.
Love my OxyShred.
Why do you love it?
It's literally how I wake up in the morning.
Okay.
Some people, I guess, love a coffee. I love my OxyShred. So I'll basically have one scoop of this with a litre of water, and that's my very first thing in the morning. And you get the benefit of the stimulants, and I think you're also getting the water first thing in the morning. So hydration is it goes a long way. So and if I had to drink a litre of water in the morning, I'd struggle. But mixing with something that tastes good makes it easy.
Makes it easy. And what flavour do you use?
I think I've got. It might be a watermelon. No,
Wild melon?
no, maybe it's passion fruit.
Passion fruit.
I think it's passion fruit.
That's the
moment.
best seller.
Yeah.
That one there's kiwi strawberry.
Yeah.
So you are also going through the warehouse and you're using the Koala Freak at the
Yeah,
moment.
at the moment I've got Koala Freak. I'm almost out of it, so
We'll have to find another one for
That's
you.
right,
Go
yeah.
back to Koala Freak.
Yeah,
So
so-
as a pre-workout, you're just taking it before you train.
literally make it at home, mix it up, and then while I'm driving to the gym, I'm just sipping it, and then by the time I hit the gym, I'm ready to go. And it's.
Now, this is an interesting one. So last time you came in, I got you vegan aminos, and
Yep.
you actually had really big wraps for it.
So
tell us about that.
So when I was just talking about the only way to know if something works is to try it and don't try it, with this, I've never ever had BCAAs while I was training. So the last 2-3 years, we had a break of Corona, so that was, but I've never had BCAAs. Last couple of months, I've got myself this, and in the gym, it's night and day. You notice the extra energy, you notice the extra look, I'm already taking the pre-workout, but then I'm drinking one of these while I'm at the gym, and I reckon it's definitely made a difference.
So you're noticing your energy goes up. So what,
Yeah.
are you fatiguing less or?
It's like you do your sets and then you're gassed, but then I'm finding I can do like a whole nother set or extra reps. It's definitely noticeable. It's like very noticeable.
I find that feedback from a lot of cyclists as well with this
Yeah.
product. They've changed nothing, they can just keep cycling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
And then, so that's your stack at the moment, which is an awesome stack, and obviously it's working, but you've come in and you've told me, all right, I think I need to cut. So I've said to you, all right, we're going to introduce the carnitine and the CLA to your OxyShred so we can burn fat from stubborn areas. Have you used this before?
No.
Okay, all right, so this is going to be an interesting one. I hammer on about it all the time, and Luke says, oh,
I've seen the videos, yes.
Yeah.
So it's the break the fat and then bring it into the blood cell, and then this one uses it for energy.
I'm so proud of this guy. You actually are watching my videos and you remember too. That's amazing. So those will go with that. So just first of all, thanks so much for just doing this impromptu interview.
Problem at all.
I think a lot of people are either on your journey or would like to start your journey, and I think it's obviously, from all our points of view at Fat Burners, only an inspiration just to see the changes.
Yeah, and I'll just throw out there as well, like getting on in age as well. So I think
we're approaching 40, it's pretty close.
It feels like it's getting harder and harder. So any advantage you can get is just makes it so much easier, because, you know, wish I was 30 again and 20 again, but yeah, I think that's making a big difference with the age thing.
And so I suppose a lot of people are, oh no, I just can't do it. But then here you are, working, you know, night shifts, day shifts, big hours, full family, approaching 40. Also had a massive motorcycle crash and have broken back, shoulder, knee snapped, and you're in there and you're doing it. There's no excuses. You're in there and you're doing it.
Everyone can do it. I mean, you see all different people in the gym, and every single one of us is a champion. So that's the only thing you can do, is get in there and have a go. Like, we're all there to make ourselves better, be better versions of ourselves, and I think every single person can do that.
I'm so proud of this guy. Thank you so much for doing this, man. I really appreciate it. Love you, man. All right, cheers, guys.